Jeez Louise. All right, now I'm live on both Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. So I'm gonna restart my spiel. Welcome to In the Kitchen with Stephanie. I'm Stephanie. I'm a weight loss coach for moms, and I enjoy cooking. So I love helping others feel confident in the kitchen, create meals to help them on their weight loss journey, and so on and so forth. So, anyways, I have a weight loss program called Sexy Fit Mamas, where I take you through a 4-month program to help you get to your goal weight. And I also just released a new subscription model called Faithfully Nourished to give you confidence in the kitchen. It doesn't necessarily have to be about weight loss. It can be about any health journey you're on. If you want to eat healthy, get your family on board with eating healthy, then Faithfully Nourished is for you. So you'll get tons and tons of recipes, meal plans, and some instruction classes once a month. Did you hear that? Hubby keeps talking. Anyways, who was it? Oh, Nicole. My husband has been in and out of the house because he's been selling things on Facebook Marketplace. So one of the people at the door was somebody picking up my daughter's baby shark toddler bed that she no longer has. She is now in a twin size unicorn bed because that's everything she's into right now is unicorns. So anyways, I was starting to say what I was making for dinner and I didn't get to finish. So anyways, I am making a Spanish meal, a classic Spanish meal that my mom has made all through me growing up, and I've learned to make now that I am my own adult, married, and have a family. So I haven't made this too often, at least not of recent. And so we're doing pollo guisado, which is basically boiled chicken in a sauce that has all different Spanish seasonings like sazon, adobo, sofrito, and so on and such. So that's what pollo guisado is. And then that's usually also thrown in potatoes to kind of make it like a thicker broth and you can eat with it. And then I'm making arroz con gandules. Y sometimes we do just the gandules, which are pigeon peas. And sometimes we throw in salchichas, which are chicken sausages. So I don't know. I might just throw the whole shebang in because I have it out, so why not? But my husband's texting me. Ay, ay, ay. All right. I hope my live doesn't go away, but I have to answer the text. So if it does pause or anything, I'm not leaving. It's pausing. Ay, ay, ay. All in the middle. It seems like chaos in the middle of my live. Okay, so I'm going to be opening up these chicken sausages to throw in the rice, and then open up the pigeon peas to throw in the rice as well. All right, let me get back to the live. All right, so did it pause or did you still hear me? Let me know, Instagram. I am putting in, hopefully this is not too, okay, good. Sometimes when I have the heat too high and I forget about it, then we have some oil splashing back. Okay. So putting that in, and then I need to put water, which I'm just going to put my broth because I already have it out. That'll be my water. I just have to measure it out carefully. It paused. Okay, cool. Well, it paused. So at least it didn't take out the whole live in one shot. And then I have to go back live again. Leave it to hubby, though, to need me. All right. I need to know how much this is. This says 2 cups. Okay. Let's do 2 cups here of broth. I already had put some oil in the pot there. That we call a caldero, which is basically like a steel, is that cast iron? I don't know. A steel pan, steel pot. But anyways, yeah. We always cook rice in a caldero. Never in anything else. Or you will be shunned. You will be shunned for cooking Spanish rice and anything else. All right. So I think we got 2 cups. If not, it might be a little more. I'm gonna raise the heat now that everything's, well, not everything, but most of the liquid is in there. All right, so you still have to share what you are cooking. You haven't shared with me or anybody else on Facebook. Let me know. Come on. Okay, got 4 cups of water. Now I just need to get the rice. That's the only thing I didn't get because I buy the rice in like 25-pound bags at the store. And sometimes I'll take them out and put it in like one of those big containers. But I didn't do that. So here I come with a big bag. Oh, oh. All right, here we go. I found, oh, you know what? My mom told me if they're not the same, yeah, they're the same. Okay, so I can mix. Mom's like, you can't cook long grain the same way as extra long grain. So I was like, okay, I'll figure it out then. So let's see how many cups are in here. Woo! Almost there. Anyways, as I'm preparing my meal, I just had a thought that I wanted to share today. Something that's been giving me a lot of like ease, less kind of chaos in my mind. One like phrase that I say a lot, I don't know if I've said it like on the lives or anything, but just to my family is I don't have the bandwidth for that. And what that really just means is basically like my mental load, like thinking about certain things and having to do other things. It creates a form of anxiety within me if I'm trying to do all the things. And I can tend to get to that place and tend to feel that way. But one thing, and this is irritating me. It's so like cloudy. I'm gonna do both screens, both cameras. I hate when it looks cloudy. It irritates me so much. I don't have my light today. And anyways, so one thing that I started implementing is kind of having like a routine for everything in my life. So I have been notoriously following like a routine for my whole like weight loss journey and fitness, and you know that was the only thing that I kind of just had always structured, or always that I kind of always followed, but never anything else. So life still kind of felt a little chaotic when it came to thinking about other things. And I said, you know what? I need to start applying the principles that one I teach, two that I follow for my weight loss journey, into my everyday life and other things that are causing me stress. So one of the things that I have always felt that was holding me back was my children. And I always hated that feeling because I'm like, oh, I shouldn't blame my kids for, things that are not going right in my life. But it's because I never had structure. I never followed structure with them. Even from when they were little babies, I had always co-slept and then struggle to get them out of the bed, and just all these different things that comes along with motherhood. And it's like, you know what? It's time to finally get structure. But because we didn't have structure in the beginning, it was a challenge, a big challenge, because even for ourselves as adults, trying to do something that we never have done before, and we're trying to like fit ourselves into a mold that we're just not fitting. It's a big challenge. It could take a lot of time and frustration. So one of the things that I've been implementing, and now that the kids are a little bit older, I feel like it's working a lot better than if I tried to do this when they were younger, is have them also be part of the structure. So we sat down, we talked about how we wanted our day to look, and what we like, the most important things that we need to make sure are done. And then like the maybe not so important things, but that we want to incorporate it. So we finally landed on a schedule that works for all of us. And it has been a game changer, totally a game changer. So all of this to say, because I want this to be applicable to anybody. It doesn't necessarily have to be like you're struggling with a child and, you know, they're frustrating or whatever. So I think that the biggest thing is that we, oh, great phone call. The biggest frustration for us is that we want everything to be perfect, right? We want things to go a certain way so that it's less frustration for us, right? If our kids just went to bed at the time that we want them to, then it's less frustration for us, right? If they, you know, came home and did their chores without question, that would create less frustration for us, right? And the same thing with spouses or family members or anything like that. The reason why not the deep root, because there's a lot to unpack with the deep root of why we're perfectionists on things, but initially, it's because we want less of the frustration behind all of it. So incorporating them has been huge for me. Creating structure has been huge for us, and having grace. Having grace is like a hard one because, again, the perfectionism tries to step in, and you're like, no, it has to be this way. I got to have it this way. And now it's like, for me, not that I have no care at all about anything, because I do care about things, but it's like, okay, I can breathe. Suddenly I have some bandwidth to do something else, right? When I first started doing lives, it was like miserable. I'm glad I didn't open this. This is not chicken sausages. This is hot green chilies. Anyway, side note, I get distracted a lot. It was hard because all I could think about was my kids making noise in the background, and how can I be impactful if my kids are just making noise in the background, right? But as I kept doing it and not giving up over the past, how many years have I been going live? And I'm not talking about these specific daily lives. I'm talking about overall, all the lives I've done. It's been quite some years. I want to say at least 4 years, at least, because I used to do other things besides this. I used to sell different products online. But anyways, I used to feel like this is not doing anything. Why should I do this? Because my kids are so loud. People are just hearing my kids, and you know, I can't even think. I don't have the bandwidth for this. And as I kept being persistent and knowing that I was walking in my calling, I realized that people actually felt and related to me more because they had their own situations where they felt, you know, I can't do this because I have kids. It's too much on my plate. There's no way I can do this. And they were seeing someone that was doing it, still with, 3 kids being loud and everything. So, and this was people reaching out to me and telling me, these things. And I'm like, huh, really? Wow. I never thought of it that way. I just thought that because it was a nuisance to me, it was a nuisance to you. And there's a level of loudness and everything like that, which is why I try my best when I come on these lives to have them go into the room. And right now they're on their tablets, so I try to distract them with stuff. So do I want them interrupting all the time? Absolutely not. But I know there's a purpose that I am on these lives, and there may be possible times where they do come interrupt, which is at least one every single live. I don't think I've had a live where they have not interrupted at least once. Correct me if I'm wrong. But Nicole, who's been on here for, I think the whole time I've been doing lives for sure, probably answer that question for me. But yeah, so I just want to extend hope to anyone that's trying to accomplish anything like being in the kitchen and trying to reach a weight loss goal, or just trying to juggle mom life and feel like life is just too hectic, that it is totally doable, but it's our perspective that really needs to change. My perspective changed dramatically, especially as I heard those beautiful feedback from other women. I seem to always lose scissors.
This is a reminder.
Drink water.
Just let me know if this is done.
That's my constant reminder. She reminds me every hour to drink water, because that's one of the things I struggle with. But I do.
This is a reminder.
Like it
Drink
because
water. Just let me know if this is
I
done.
can go a whole day without drinking water. I can. I've done it. Also landed in the hospital for dehydration. That's another story. Nicole says something like that. Yeah, you have, because you have been watching since my LuLaRoe days. So yeah. And that actually I started LuLaRoe when I had the boys. So 7 years of doing lives because my boys are 7. Dang. Time flies. 7 years. I've been doing live streams. That's crazy. That makes me feel like that time just goes by too fast. All right. Anyways, I'm going to attend to my rice now. And I've been on for 17 minutes. So I'm going to say goodbye to everyone. I hope you all have a great rest of your night. And I hope you are listening to this live with a little bit of inspiration for your day, for your life. Because, like I said, that was my biggest struggle before any of the other struggles. Before I even worked on my weight loss, that was my biggest struggle, was just thinking, how can I do anything with kids? I didn't know how to navigate life. It was totally different for me. But today, I still get frustrated. I still have challenges. But it's through a different lens. It's through a different perspective. And I think that's one of the things that all of us really need to focus on, is like, how are we looking at things? Are we looking at through a negative light, that we can't do anything, that we're not worthy of it, that we're incapable? Or are we looking at it through the perspective of, this is a learning experience. This is a time for me to grow. This is something that's stretching me right now. This is God in his own special way, showing me patience, showing me grace, showing me how to love myself, all those things that we want. But then when the lessons are being done, we're like, wait, this is not exactly what I was asking for. But anyways, yeah. So perspective, that's what I want to leave you with. Change your perspective. If there's something not going the way you want it, that you're doubtful of things not working in your life, I challenge you to look at it through a different lens. Change your perspective, and you're going to see things totally different. All right, I got to tend to this rice. But I hope you guys have a great night and a great supper, dinner, and I'll see you tomorrow for our next live. Take care. Bye bye.